Haha, we weren't recording. We weren't recording just now. It's rare that happens, that I'm actually not recording. I'm overly cautious. Anyway, we're recording now. That's the main thing. Welcome back, everyone, to the channel and to Geo Detective. What episode are we on now? I'm not sure. Check the thumbnail, check the title. About episode 6, I believe. And I have correctly identified 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 points. No, 10 people. And 11 if you're counting Aaron Unbelief, but I don't count that. I was 5 miles away. I didn't get that location, whereas all the others, I've basically got the location. It's just nitty gritty. And Bradley Buckingham Green last week fell into that category. I've just filled him in there. It turns out I wasn't spot on. He wasn't. That's where apparently he was, or, well, he was actually on this bit here. So I was about 25, 26 meters away. He actually took the photo, or his friend took the photo from the top of the pyramid, which is probably a sensible place to take it, to be fair. But hey, I didn't even realise that it was a pyramid until towards the end, did I? But nonetheless, I got that one in style. I got it. I've never even been to an Aztec, Mayan or Incan, Mesoamerican. Shit. Hope I haven't got that wrong. Never been to a temple. Don't know how many there are. But I just so happened to zoom into that one first. So it's quite remarkable, really. I also got Bobby Tegnut's picture. That wasn't too hard because we had clues in the form of Market Street. Some of you rightly pointed out, by the way, that I could have just Googled that. Avalon Gardens and Gifts. Just didn't think to do that at all. What is has he got a mask on? And half a watermelon on his head. Anyway, that's enough of last week. Let's move on to this week. And we have one or two. It depends how fast I can do them, as usual. I'm not going to get ahead of myself because I might not even be able to do either of them. But first, next, we have Cilla Whet. Here she is. There is Cilla Whet facing away from the camera. And this could be hard. I'm taking nothing for granted. This is the first time I'm zooming in on this. So here we go. I'm in there. So I can see an American flag there. I was going to suggest that this is either the USA or Canada. We've got the main obstacle here, the main feature of this is this steel truss bridge. Now this was sent in before I even released one of these videos. Same for all the ones I've done so far, and same for probably the next 50. They were all sent, in fact 100 photos were all sent in because I requested them on Patreon. So 100 to go, so don't bother sending any in, I'm sorry. But yeah, so this isn't someone who sent in a truss bridge because they've watched the first episode I did. Can't remember his name. Ablewell Tipplewick, was it? This is just a coincidence. There's another, I don't know, it might not be a truss bridge. I'm not a bridge expert. Might be I think it is. I think it is a steel truss bridge. Anyway, that's the main feature. We've also got this distinctive building here, which looks like a hotel to me. So we might be in a touristy kind of place. And that is about it. I mean, there are other features, but they're not anything to discuss now. They're just things we can look for on Google Earth, hopefully when we find it. So, plan of action. What is the plan of action here? Clearly we've got this river and a dock as well. So, list of steel truss bridges in the USA. That's what I'm thinking. Get on Google. Because that's how we found that first Canadian one. List of steel truss bridges in the USA. And last time I looked out for green ones, but really and truly I identified it not only because of its colour, but because of the hills, the mountains in the background, the shape, just the general everything that was surrounding the bridge. And we are blessed with distinctive things here, namely this building. Okay, so that's how we're going to do it. We're going to get on Google, list of steel truss Cantilever Bridge in the USA. And let's see what we get. Was it was it this site? I think it was, you know. I think this was it. So, list of all structures in this category. Okay, and can we filter USA, or do we just have to go through one by one? Look, there's going to be loads. There's going to be loads. We've got 3 pages. Let's just go to page 3 to see what we're dealing with. Yeah, so that might be all of the bridges of this description, 244. I can believe that in the world, because, you know, less developed countries might not have them. There aren't going to be as many as there are in, say, USA, Japan, China, Canada. So I can believe it. But it doesn't matter anyway, because we're in the USA. We're pretty sure of that. So, back to page 1. Can we filter out any of this stuff? Because obviously a lot of them are demolished or to be demolished. Destroyed, demolished. But I don't think I can do that. So, I'm just going to go through, making sure that I don't click on destroyed or demolished, and just clicking on the US ones. So here we go. First one, Agate Passage Bridge. If this is, I've had some luck. I think I'm due a Z. I'm due a Z here. But let's try it. Let's get on to that first one. Okay, and some of them don't have bridges, so got to Google it. But this is what this is all about. A bit of graft sometimes. So no, we can rule that out. As you can see, it's in the wilderness. Next one down. I will start speeding this up, guys, because as I say, it might be well into the pages, but I'll just film a couple just in case. Point Marion, demolished. You've got to be keen-eyed here. Astoria. Astoria. I think I might have driven over that. That's in Oregon, sorry. Just kidding. In use, 1966. Okay, yeah. Yeah. Wow, we did drive over that. Look at the size on that thing. That's the Columbia River. Incredible. Huge river. We're moving on to the Auburn Forest Hill Bridge, and it's a no. Right, I'm going to start speeding this up, guys, so you don't get bored to death, and hopefully we can still fit in the next one, because I'm pretty confident we'll find this. I'll be pretty shocked if we don't find this bridge in this way, using this method. So wish me luck. So bloody many in the USA. Look at this shit. It's like 12 in a row I've got coming up. I don't know. That looks very much like it. Straight away. Look at the two things. It might not be, but look at the two things. Columns, supports, whatever they're actually called. And look what happens further down. Look at this. The equivalent of. See? What about the shape there? Yeah. That's looking very much like it. It might not be, but let's delve further into this. Where is this? This is exciting. Where is it? It's Delaware County, Pennsylvania. That's a bit confusing. Chester, Bridgeport. Can we just type that into Google Earth? I forget whether that worked. It's taking me somewhere. Yep, it's taking me to Delaware. There is our bridge. Or at least the bridge that we think is our bridge. So we're looking at it from over this side. And let's see if our magic building pops up on the side. How far is Cilla Whet away? Fairly far, I would say. Ooh. I'm not so sure now. How far is she from the sea? Oh, she's very close to the sea or river. Oh. Could she be further down here? Well, if this isn't the bridge, it is an absolutely identical bridge, isn't it? That's not where we are. Right, okay. That's really interesting. I don't know if that's the right bridge now. Yeah, this is all just industrial, all the way down. Wow. Yeah, this is the first time it's happened where I've looked at something. I never want to declare something, you know, as a definite, which I didn't this time. But inside, I was, based on past results, I was pretty certain. I was 90% sure. I'm sure if we look at that more and more, we'll see differences. Yeah, I think that's more straight there for longer. Whereas there, it's not straight at any point. Wow, okay. It's just a very similar design, isn't it? Very similar. The way that the road, the height of the road, and just the whole size of it. Wow, okay. But that is wrong. We keep on looking. Exciting. And a bit annoying. Right, next one. Nope. Ah. That in the middle, which is now what I'm being alerted to, is much more similar. But let's type it in on Google. Yeah, let's just go straight in on Google Earth. Hopefully this one's on there. This is in New Orleans. And it's going to take us there. Oh, no. Well, there's two of them. No, that's not right, is it? No. No, that's not right. Again, similar. This time the middle section is similar. Oh, there is two of them. I've just noticed there is two of them here. Hang on a minute. How did I not notice that? I must have had it down as, I don't know, one just very wide bridge. Right, okay then. We would have to be, right, okay, bear with me. So we would have to be over here. Oh my God, is that our building? Doesn't look great, but it could well be. Look at that. Yeah, and then we've got that. Of course, we can't see any further to the right. So we can't see this western thing. Is there a railway track down there and a stair set? Let's have a look. I'm still not 100%. Well, there's a railway track. I'm almost 100% now. Railway track. Where's that? Where is that stair set then? Where are you, Cilla? Ah, there's the tent. There's that tent. We can see it. This is it, guys. Yeah, great. So we didn't have to wait long after that first disappointment. Minor inconvenience. Still yet to find this stair set, though. Are we there? I think we're closer to this, aren't we? I think we're here. I think that's where she is. and this is a lot wider than I presumed. I presumed it was narrower, and yep, that's where we are, I believe. Is there anything else that we can... Oh, well, I'm in. Can I move? This will solidify it, won't it? Okay, I don't know. I don't quite know what's happened there. That didn't seem right. Now that's old imagery. That's 2015, but I think we're in the same spot. I think that's been repaved and redone, which is slightly confusing. There's that little white hut. I mean, yeah, that perfectly correlates with what we can see, at least from that. So we are done here. We are in New Orleans. It's great to be here, and I'm going to put my little marker down. Well, we're on the second stair set. About there. Can we get any more accurate than that? First banister. I'm absolutely happy with that. Let's name that then Cilla Whet, and that will be sent to Cilla just for confirmation, but that's job done. Next up we have this young cheeky chappy and a city in the background behind him. Off we go. Now. His name, Culetto Totti, seems to be Italian. However, we are not in Italy here. I won't lie. I think this could be, I hope I'm not wrong, Edinburgh. Because I think that might be the castle. However, I don't know. If I'm wrong, I could be spectacularly wrong, and I really might struggle. Just looking at some of these buildings here. Edinburgh, really? Is that what I'm thinking? My problem with that is we have land over there. I'm starting to think this isn't Edinburgh. And I won't lie, obviously I've glanced at this from this distance, haven't zoomed in until just now. I was thinking Edinburgh because I could see that little castle in the background. But I'm starting to doubt that now. I'm going to go into Google Earth and just have a look at Edinburgh. And I'm not going to bother scrolling, because that's a lot of scrolling with the mouse. Right, here we go. Straight to Edinburgh, thank you very much. Now, what about from over here? This is too high up, I know. That's Arthur's Seat, isn't it? Yeah, Arthur's Seat. It just looks like... Oh, is that Arthur's Seat? Okay. Let's have a look. Really? That's pretty... We're pretty high up here. Oh! Ah, now that's better. So I've been to Edinburgh, but I've never explored these areas here. This huge great cliff. I imagine the views from up there are amazing, but more to the point, I think that's where he's standing. And already I'm looking at this building here, and I'm looking at that, and I'm... Yep, that's it. So we found it. God, will we have time for 3 today? No, I'll keep it short and sweet, short and snappy. But this is where we are, guys. this is just one of those where I had a hunch, and it's fairly easy. It's fairly easy because I recognise the distinctive castle because I have been there. I'm going to get this one right, and I'm going to declare that I need a bit more of a challenge. That's not an invitation to send any photos in, guys, because I've got so many and I have to use my Patreons first. But I am starting to hope now that I come across a particularly hard one next. It'd be interesting to see what is next. In fact, let's have a look. So Cilla Whet, Culetto Totti. So Draco Dinkelberg will be next. That is hard. That is bloody hard. Okay. My wish has well and truly been granted there. That's impossible. And that one, I don't know. But anyway, let's get back to the task at hand because this still needs doing. So, let's zoom out a bit. Now, he's by a bench. Is he about here? Because, yeah, he's clearly, there's the cliff. Now we can definitely use a few things here to help us figure out exactly where we are, if needs be. Can we find a bench? How about that? Oh, is that? It looks very similar. I think I may have got it. I mean, it is a bench, and there's no way you wouldn't have a gap underneath the legs. So there it is. So it's a bit further over. I noticed that because the whole cliff and bushy bank was smaller. It was further away. And that's it. That is perfect. Let's just see if we can just line this up just to make sure. And actually, that angle is just about perfect. Yeah, look. I can't zoom in on this, unlike Google Maps, but look at those two there and that one there. And there it is. That is, without doubt, the bench where he is, where he was. I doubt he's still there. Those two there, right by the edge. So that is it. We have done it. That's our 2 for today done. Again, I will email Culetto with this pinpoint. But that's 2 more for today done. With relative ease. So I hope you enjoyed watching me work those out. But if you are getting a bit, oh, this is too easy, this is getting a bit boring, I can assure you this next one, sent in by Draco Dinkelberg, is not going to be easy. That's about as hard as they get. I would say that that is harder than the London one, because how am I meant to, where do I begin with that? Find out next week. Thanks so much for watching and take care.